When it comes to portfolios for Magic the Gathering and other trading card games, there's a new frontier in 4-column row folios. Racing onto the scene comes the QuadRow folios from Ultimate Guard, a new line that offers you the ability to display complete playsets of cards. But are these new portfolios just as excellent as their 9-pocket offerings, or are there some issues holding them back from achieving excellence? Let's take a look. But first, a quick word about this video. This bonus video is brought to you by MassDrop, who is offering all of the items featured in this video for sale on their website. Beyond telling you that the items are for sale through MassDrop at the link in the description, this video, as is my review, is 100% my own. As always, MassDrop said, and I quote, "Love it, hate it, say the truth, and just let them know that if they want one, we have them for sale." So, if you want one, they have them for sale. Now, let's begin. Let's start with the Flexfolio QuadRow. The portfolio has thin, very thin, flexible covers that to me are reminiscent of a basic Ultra Pro portfolio. I've never been much of a fan of these plastic covers. Also, I am not so sure flexibility is a positive quality. Imagine someone accidentally sitting on your portfolio or accidentally putting something like a heavy backpack on top of your portfolio in an awkward way where there's going to be extreme pressure. Would you rather that that portfolio be very, very flexible or perhaps very, very firm? Me, I'm going to prefer firm. These issues with the exterior aside, the interior is exactly what Magic the Gathering players have always wanted for displaying their play sets of cards. 4 columns. It's so gorgeous, isn't it? 3 rows with 4 columns each is perfect for every collector who really wants to show off their premium play sets. That's why these are called the QuadRow line of portfolio, right? 4 columns in each row. QuadRow. 4 columns per row. What? You thought there was an error of some sort in the name? What are you, an English professor? Move along. Creative, or perhaps more accurately, flat-out incorrect use of the English language aside, the Flexfolio has 20 pages holding a total of 480 cards. The pockets are acid-free, very clear, and loose enough to hold double-sleeved cards, but not so loose that unsleeved cards can't be held securely. Now, do be advised, while completely unsleeved cards are held securely, in my testing, I found that if you put cards that are only in perfect fits inside, they had a tendency to slightly slide out of place, probably due to the slipperiness of perfect fits. Fully sleeved cards are just fine, and this is absolutely ideal for storing double-sleeved cards. But do be aware if, like me, you like to store your cards in perfect fits. There is one other problem that I have with the Flexfolio, and of course it is with the exterior and not the lovely interior, which is just great quality, but it's this darn elastic band. It's a combination of too tight and too loose at the same time. When I have this with other Flexfolios in my shelf, or just other portfolios in my shelf, pulling it in and out, oftentimes the band will catch on those folders, and that's definitely undesirable. Also, a lot of the time, as I'm taking it on and off due to the tight constricting nature of it, it'll snap around wrong, it'll be awkwardly applied. I'm just not a fan of them at all. This is of course a problem with many portfolios on the market, Ultra Pro especially. So it's hardly unique to Ultimate Guard, but it is a problem nonetheless, albeit a minor one. Grade B+. The QuadRow is offered in the Xenoskin Zipfolio as well. Lovely, lovely Xenoskin exterior, and of course, just like the QuadRow Flexfolio, the interior comes with 4 column rows on each page. absolutely perfect for telling when you need to have another card for a play set, for example, or just showing off those fabulous play sets that you want your friends to ooh and awe over. There's such a distinct visual difference to having 4 columns instead of just 3 per row. Now, the cover is not quite as sturdy as I like. It's nowhere near the firmness of, say, the Dragon Hide by Legion or the 4 portfolio from Deck Tutor, but it's still offering far more protection than something like an Ultra Pro or even the Flexfolio versions. The biggest advantage of the Zipfolio is, of course, the zipper, and I'm a big fan of this as it offers the best protection against any chance of cards falling out. For those who travel often with their portfolio, this is great protection. There's 2 problems with the QuadRow Zipfolio, and both are unfortunately likely related to the zipper. The first is its enormous size. Obviously, any 4-column portfolio is going to be a lot larger than a 3-column portfolio, but compare the QuadRow Zipfolio here to, say, the Flexfolio, and you can see just how much bigger this is. Or perhaps compare to the 4 by Deck Tutor. Now, I would love the 4 to have a zipper on it, and I would imagine that that would need to increase its size. But would it need to be increased this much? Even if the answer is yes, it's still going to be an unfortunate con given the realities of having a zipper. But we can even compare the sizing of, say, the 3-column Zipfolio to something like the Legion Dragonhide. And notice here, it's not that dramatically larger. More than anything, it's longer by a few fingers. And really, I mean, look, just a microt wider than the Legion Dragonhide. But I feel that the difference between, say, the 4 portfolio and the QuadRow is a lot more dramatic. I've got, in terms of width, a good 1.5 to 2 fingers, practically 4 fingers at the top. And so I think that that is a definite con about the Ultimate Guard QuadRow Zipfolio. But again, if you're going to have the zipper, which I absolutely would prefer, I'd even prefer the 4 to have a zipper, then that is the trade-off, because it's going to have to be larger. Does it have to be this much larger? That, I don't know. Now, obviously, the larger size is to accommodate the zipper, but we are getting pretty big here. And I have a feeling Ultimate Guard was concerned about size as well, and may have made some changes to the zipper placement in order to compensate. And that unfortunately leads me to the last imperfection about the Quad Zipfolio, the zipper itself. It's uncomfortably close to the pages. Look at how it falls on top of them. This is true for both sides as well as the top. The bottom is fine. Turning through the pages, the zipper gets in the way. You need to constantly readjust it. And although this is a minor irritation, it is still an irritation. Now, I tried very hard to damage this portfolio by zipping carelessly, zipping fast, hard, frantic, and I couldn't. So this issue is largely aesthetic, although I am sure many players will still feel a general uncomfortableness regarding it. Nonetheless, I was wholly unable to catch any of these pages in the zipper, so I don't feel it is a threat to your cards. But compared to the regular 9-pocket Zipfolio, the zipper doesn't fall over the pages at all. It is, in fact, a good distance from the pages on all sides at all times. And it pretty much folds down to just meet them, meaning there's no interference from the zipper whatsoever. Would this have required the QuadRow Zipfolio to be even bigger? All in all, the QuadRow Zipfolio still offers many things no other portfolio does. The excellent protection of the Xeno skin cover and the added protection of the zipper closure. There's only one other company currently even making 4-column rows. So that's obviously a pro about the QuadRow as well. Final grade, I would still rather have the Ultimate Guard QuadRow Zipfolio over just about any other portfolio on the market today. This is a quality item, and while it does have a few minor cons, they are largely aesthetic. I am going to say that this is an A-. I hope this video has been helpful to you. And remember, if you are interested in purchasing any Ultimate Guard QuadRow portfolios, these are both available from MassDrop via the link in the description.